remaining things left to do, and we're ready.
Hey, Twilight!
Hello, Spike.
Hi, Rarity.
You're telling me a grown-ass woman ignored saying hi to her friend and said hi to a child who is crushing on her? Writers, turn yourself in. Wow, I never thought I'd be saying this, but the My Little Pony movie didn't need to fail as a movie. This movie released in 2017, and it was kind of a big deal because the sort of culture and the big audience MLP had grabbed in the late 2010s going up to 2017, it was inevitably big. The way I said that sounded like shit, but we gonna ignore that. Ponies were everywhere, and it was about time they actually made a proper movie to MLP. There was prior movies like Equestria Girls or something like that, but like they were kind of cheap and made solely for money. Not to say MLP movie wasn't made for money. I mean, it kind of was. It's the Brony era. But this felt actually official, as they actually cared about the art style and they actually cared about making the ponies ponies. And I gotta say, there was a lot of love and passion put into this project, at least for 2/3 of the movie. Before I go deeper into that, I actually want to talk about the music. This is a musical, and it's a little weird. The music in this movie is a blend of original works and also outsourced stuff like that was already popular. Like, say, the intro song, it's like Kids of America, that's what it is. It's Kids of America, but like ponified, because I have no clue actually. But then we also have a popular artist that is kind of discount Lady Gaga. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Hey, if you hate me, you hate me, but I gotta say, I think Lady Gaga would have slayed in this movie, like, compared to Sia. Her song in the movie is actually the most generic, the most safe stuff I've ever heard in my life. Like, she didn't even want to make music for this movie. Why was she even a part of it then? Sia's song is just so bad, but you know what isn't bad? The original music, or at least some of the original music. The first song they introduce is actually the best song in the movie, or at least from a musical standpoint. Like, it actually brings unity, and it actually like gives good characterization to the characters. Like, when different ponies are singing, the instrumental actually changes to meet or like match that character's like culture and or just like characterization in general.
You got this. We got this together.
With friends and family, you are never alone. If you need help, we've got your back.
I also find it a very fun song and a very good song to like showcase unity. Like, it actually progresses the story and it tells more like these guys are friends, right? So like you would expect that like they would have a reprise, or like this song would show up again at the end of the movie. But it doesn't. The last section of this movie is actually so much self-sabotage, but I'm not gonna talk about it yet. Just wait till I talk about the story. Anyway, going on to the other music, it's actually kind of shameful what they do here, because they don't necessarily progress the story anymore. They kind of just like make very vague and sort of like songs that want to be on the charts. You know what I'm saying?
Small thing becomes two, after two perhaps another few. Then one small thing is not so small. One small thing can be the biggest thing of all.
This might be a hot take, but Pinky is actually putting in the most work vocally in these songs. Also, they're gay and I fucking love them. Like the song with the cat, I actually forgot what it's called because it was so unimportant and so boring and super generic, like you have no idea. The song with the cat actually doesn't really progress the story or tell us about the character in general. Like, the song is basically saying I'm the friend you need, trying to like get them comfortable with Capper so that he can like betray them ultimately. I get the point of the song, but I don't think it's a good song for explaining what he is. Like, we don't really learn too much about the character and or his motives through the song. It's just that like at the very end he talks about repaying his debt or something like that. Maybe that's like after the music, but like regardless, it's just that like like they could have explained a lot more because it's still so vague. Another song I find extremely vague is the Awesome song. It doesn't really like explain or move the story along. Like, I get what they're trying to do, but it's just not there. Like, Rainbow Dash is singing about what they were in the past and like how awesome they could be, instead of like, I don't know, giving an actual explanation to where they want to like rise up against this dictatorship. Like, I'm pretty sure these pirates are doing this, like doing the Storm King's bidding, because they want to stay alive. They realize the Storm King has a lot of power over them. And then Rainbow Dash is just like, nah, just all those orders you got, just toss them, dude. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about if you're gonna die, because we gonna fix things. I just find it to be extremely dumb. Like, again, I get the point, but I don't think it's executed very well in any sense. Another song that has no real point, but is a very, very fun and good song is One Small Thing. This song actually serves no purpose whatsoever for the story, and it's actually like the point where the story dips so bad. The only good thing about this song is that like Pinky and the Hippogriff are being super gay. Like, it's actually so cute what they're doing. It's absolutely so gay. And also just the song in general, like, it's a super fun song to sing. I think it's kind of like generic and it was meant to be a chart topper, but like in general, I don't know, I'm not mad at it. I think it's very, very fun to sing. It's just that like as a story in a musical, like it doesn't do anything for the story. Which leads me into the villain song. The villain song is not very good. The person who's singing Open Up Your Eyes is actually a very talented singer. It's just that like they add so many effects to the chorus that like it feels not good. Like, there's so many effects layering her voice to where like I can't even hear her voice shine in the chorus majority of the time. It's so sickening. Also, the story that's going on in this music is just it's so stupid. She's giving us a backstory on why she's so independent and she can't trust anybody, but the reasoning is so stupid. It's so goddamn stupid. The reason why she's not trusting of anybody and she's so like quote unquote evil, it's actually because when she was little she broke her horn, and these two little fillies, these two kids, didn't want to play ball with her anymore. And she's like, oh, after that moment I knew I couldn't trust anybody. It's so stupid. This movie fumbles so hard at the end and it didn't even need to. All right, now that rant's done, going on to the animation. I think the animation is absolutely gorgeous. It's just I have one issue, and it's with some of the characters. Why are these furry OCs in My Little Pony? I don't feel these fit the world whatsoever. Like, I know a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, but the way I see personified animals versus anthro animals, yes, I find them very different, very separate. The way I see it is that like personified animals are like very feral animals, and like they speak in their natural dialect. It's just that like they're in, like, we are able to hear them. We, the audience, are able to hear them in English or whatever language. Think like Jenna from Balto, Jewel from Rio, or like Gidget from Secret Life of Pets. Like, those to me are personified animals, and like those are the stuff I kind of like. Now, anthro animals are completely different in my opinion, and my opinion's kind of right in my opinion. Like, anthro characters are way more humanoid and tend to stand on like two legs and able to like wear clothes and all that other stuff. Like, think like what is her name? Think like Diane Foxington from The Bad Guys. Maid Moran from Robin Hood. I don't know if I said that name right.
Marion.
Yeah, those characters are very different to me, and speaking back on my point, I don't feel these sort of furry OCs fit the world very well of MLP. God, why do I have more to say about MLP than any other movie? Why is this running for so long? Okay, finally going into the story. This story is about Princess Twilight trying to throw a party for an important singer who's coming up. And then, wouldn't you know it, oh no, suddenly the world's in danger. Uh-oh, Storm King's coming. Uh-oh. Right before they're about to have their party, someone pulls up and captures everybody. And the princesses are supposed to be very strong and badass, but they just get captured. They just don't do anything.
Quick, go south, beyond the Badlands. Seek help from the Queen of the Hippo.
Uh-oh, strong characters not being strong because of story. God, I hate things like this so much because these characters are supposed to be strong and they're shown to be strong. It's just that like one tiny slip or them not paying attention just means, wow, they're now captured. Now they're useless. But yeah, everybody's getting captured but Twilight. Twilight and her friends escape, and now they're on an epic journey in order to figure out how to revert the situation and get everything back to normal. And that's the whole movie for the most part. The first hour of this movie, it actually feels very competent and well put together. It's just that one small thing ruins the entire movie. If this movie was a cookie, this cookie starts to crumble when the main character becomes something they're not. It really feels like they didn't know how to end this movie, so they just scrapped something together and it's all a mess. Like throughout the movie, there's strong bonds of friendship and like loyalty, but then as soon as that song number One Small Thing comes on and Twilight starts to steal for no reason that's out of her character, she starts to steal, everything just goes downhill. Like I genuinely couldn't stop myself from cringing as soon as Twilight stole the little orb, and then also the argument that happened right after and the resolution. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I guess there is one small thing we can do.
Oh, this made me cringe so hard, dude. It's so out of place.
Face it, princess. Friendship has failed you too.
Friendship didn't fail me. I failed friendship.
I'm 14 and this is deep.
One small thing can make a really big difference.
I probably have nowhere to put this in the review, but they are so gay, you can't tell me otherwise.
Hold on! Why are you saving me?
Because this is what friends do.
Oh my god, it's so stupid. This doesn't make sense.
Pinky, you all came back. I'm so sorry. I was wrong to... I'm sorry too.
Why are you sorry, Pinky? Literally, it's all Twilight's fault. She should be apologizing, not you. This doesn't make sense. Twilight being out of character by stealing the orb and then getting into an argument with her friends just crumbles everything else that goes on in the rest of this movie. Her making friends with Tempest, the main antagonist of this movie, doesn't make sense. It's not earned. Her making up with her friends is not earned. Her saving Equestria, then getting praise for being the princess of friendship doesn't feel earned. This movie set up a sort of strong foundation just to have it crumble at the very end. At this point in the show and also just the movie in general, like, she shouldn't be doing this. She shouldn't be stealing from these people. She should be trying to make friends because she's the princess of friendship. I'm getting worked up over an MLP movie, but like, it's just so stupid. It's bad writing for no reason. Even at the climax of the movie, it feels like there should have been a reprise of We Got This Together, because like they're working together, they're unified, and like that seems like a perfect time to like put that song there, or at least some part of the song there, but no, we don't get that. Instead, they end the movie with a generic ass pop song from Sia. It's so bad. The ending is so horrific. Now, before I get my score on this movie, I want to talk about the humor. The humor stems from kind of decent to, you know, okay-ish to like, why is this in the movie?
Hippos? Seriously? I've heard they're surprisingly graceful for their size. But they're always hungry. Hungry?
Hippos?
This is a cute little joke, I'll admit it.
Hey, you with the horn. You selling?
I could be wrong, but this sounds like a sex joke. Like, why would the merchant be asking if you're selling anything, especially to a woman?
What do I do? Enjoy your last moments and don't touch anyone because parts will fall off.
Why is this joke in MOP? I get in any other place, but MLP, I don't think it needs to have adult jokes like this. Now, I know there was a huge surge of adult people watching the show, mainly adult men, but I don't know, there's something inside me that says, you know what this show was originally made for. It was originally made for little girls, so why would you put sort of adult humor in this? With other PG movies, I'm absolutely fine with that, but the thing is, the core demographic that it was aimed for was little girls. And it doesn't feel right, no matter how you slice it. It doesn't feel right for them to talk about, I don't know, anything sexual or anything just adult oriented in this movie. Now, I've already talked way too much on this movie in general, so I'm just gonna give the score I feel it deserves. I think this movie is a 3. The animation is outstanding. Some of the characters kind of feel off in this world. The story is like, it's good up until it collapses on itself. And the music stems from like sort of good or like very good to like, what are they doing? What is the purpose of this song? For how long they made people wait for this movie, the official My Little Pony movie, I personally don't feel it was worth it. But that's all I have to say. Anyway, how's it going, pups? It's a K9 and I'm